Hello everyone, I'm Donovan Stahl, and this is Easy Money with Don Anders. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in to another episode today. We are finishing up where we left off last week on the 5 needs of money. So last week we discussed income and the types of income that there are and the type of income that we need going into our retirement. So this week we're going to look at death benefit. Don Anders is going to use a personal experience that he had with a client from past that is really beneficial to our time today. So we'll leave it in his hands at this point. We hope you enjoy.
So the next of the 5 needs is death benefit, and that's something that a lot of people don't like to think about. We as humans don't like to think about bad things happening, so we usually avoid it. But for a lot of people, that's a serious consideration. Maybe you are 25 years old and you're just starting a family, and if something happens to you, there's not going to be money there to take care of your family. So life insurance would be huge. Maybe you're older and your kids are grown and they're making more money than you. Maybe death benefit isn't that big of a deal. So we do a lot of live events to introduce our company, Anders & Anders Financial Group. And when we do, we hand out these cards, and it's, what are your concerns in retirement? And everyone that's here is between 1 to 5 years away from retirement. So they're just now starting to feel those concerns and the unknown of retirement. And a lot of times, death benefit is one of the last things that retirees are worried about besides for their spouse. So they want to make sure that if something happens to them, their spouse is covered. But usually for their kids, it's not a big consideration. But for some people, it is. One of our events, we had a gentleman who came in and he just wrote death benefit, leaving money to my son. And I sat down with him afterwards. I said, "Wow, that's your only concern?" He goes, "Yep, that's it." I said, "Wow, most people, they want to spend it for their lives, or they want to see it grow. May I ask why it's so important to leave money to your son?" And he said, "Well, my son is disabled. If I'm alive, between my pension and my Social Security, he's fine. But if something happens to me, I don't know what's going to happen to him." So that was his one and only concern. And so what we did for him was not just put him into investments and insurance products that would ensure that his son would be taken care of, but we also found an estate planning attorney that made sure that money went into trust, so it was spent responsibly and on the son's behalf. And it was completely different than the average client. The average client I meet with is a 62 to 65-year-old public retiree, and their kids are sometimes doing better than them, and that's not a big concern. So the point of me telling you this story is everyone's different. So if you're listening to a radio show or a salesman that's trying to tell you that this is the account you should be in, they don't know your needs. And so make sure that you are assessing what you actually need. Because this gentleman probably needs something different than 99.9% of the people that are going to hear this podcast. That's the importance of the 5 needs in retirement.
We want to thank you again for listening to Easy Money with Don Anders today. We do hope that you enjoyed our show. Please continue with us next week as we go further into the 5 needs of money. We'll be looking at our third point, and that'll be entitled Growth. If you would like to know more, please visit our website at www.andersfinancialgroup.com, where you can view our financial blog, videos, and more. To stay up to date, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube by searching for Anders & Anders Financial Group. Don Anders is an investment advisor, representatives, and insurance professional. Anders & Anders Financial Group Incorporated is an independent financial services firm helping individuals create financial strategies using a variety of investment and insurance products to custom suit their needs and objectives. We are not affiliated with the U.S. government or any governmental agencies. Securities and advisory services offered through Madison Avenue Securities, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, and a registered investment advisor. Madison Avenue Securities and Anders & Anders Financial Group are not affiliated companies.